Okay, guys, so joining Sizwe and myself is Sizwe's wife, Nomso. And we're going to be doing something very, very controversial. We're going to be talking about the name change from Grahamstown to Makana.
Yeah, Makanda.
Makanda. Okay, so first of all, I feel that a name change is important, but there are other things more important, like alleviating poverty.
Yeah.
And if we're going to use all that money, rather use it where we need it. And once everything's fixed, change the name later. And in the meantime, if you want to call it Makanda, call it Makanda. Go for it. But mercy before maps. So, you told me something very interesting about Makanda.
Yeah.
What was that?
Makanda basically was born in Port Elizabeth, in a town.
Would you mind talking a little
Oh,
about
Makanda was actually born in what do you call this town next to PE when it was Utinic? Dispatch. He was born in Dispatch.
Okay.
He lost his parents, so the missionaries took him. He stayed with the missionaries. Sometime during his years, he decided to come to Grahamstown.
Yeah.
Then. And then he met some of the chiefs, and then Chief Wama the Xhosa chiefs, he met some of the Xhosa chiefs. And then that time there were so many, there were wars between the Amaqhunukhwebe, Mananduka Amandlambe, the Dlambes, Amaqhunukhwebe, there was all tribal wars happening around here,
Okay.
So Makanda, he joined one of the Xhosa kings, and
was he Xhosa?
He was Xhosa in a way, but he happened to be able to convince the Xhosa king. I think it was Rick at that time, and then he was able to convince him as being a prophet. As if he came as he's got
sent
a story
by the ancestors.
He's got a story to tell. And then he thinks that he can help Rika was from the Amaqhunukhwebe to actually to win the war with the white people, the colonialists. So what happened, the story that I know, that he convinced the king that if they do as he tells them, they will be able to defeat the white people. So he had his visions of saying that the people should wash they should go to the river and wash, and then they should have this ceremonial thing that they should do before they go to war. So what he said to them, that if they do that, they will be able to win the war. The bullets won't have effect on them.
Okay.
So what happened that the Xhosas did that, the warriors did that, they went to wash, and then they came back, put all these medicines on them, and then they took their families, children and wives and all those things. We're talking about 10,000 people sitting there in the mountain waiting for the war to be finished. The mothers, the children were waiting and looking, at their husbands going down at the mountain, as they go towards the Kazini. And then they went on and
they were slaughtered.
They were slaughtered because they went to prayers without fear.
So the bullets didn't turn into water, as predicted.
They all were slashed down there.
And sorry, I want to ask you, why would you think this guy his name is so important? Surely there are more important African leaders or people of influence who deserve to be, immortalized with a town's name.
Well, immediately when the news went out that Grahamstown is being changed to Makanda, the first question was the community engaged in the changing of the names? Were there surveys done? Was there an option to actually choose from? Because when you're going to be, when the town is going to be changed into another person's name, we need to know what kind of person this person was.
Yeah.
And be well, make well-informed decisions, because a person's spirit affects the area. Therefore, we need to get to know Makanda better, what it's all about, and so that we make well-informed decisions. And also, as a community, be involved in the decision-making, because it will definitely affect us.
Well, I mean, it's already affecting us. I mean, if you go online to Grahamstown page, all these other pages, all these fights are breaking up. Instead of people talking to each other, they talk at each other in defense, and nothing good ever comes from that.
No, my people, they don't know much about Makanda. The only thing they know is that Makanda, Ukuza Kanai. There's a Xhosa saying that Makanda, when he was arrested, they took him to Robben Island.
Yeah.
He said, I will come back, for my people, So the children, the mothers with the children, they were waiting for him to come back, because their husbands, they were slaughtered there, they were all left with
nothing.
There was nothing. So when he got arrested, he promised the people that he would come back for them.
Yeah.
So the children sat there in the mountain with their mothers, no hope and didn't know what to do. And then they waited and waited for him. He never showed up. Only to find that he drowned somewhere in the Indian Ocean there, trying to escape Robben Island.
If there was a name that you guys would choose, or a person to name Grahamstown after, who would it be?
Makanda, I don't know him. If he comes with a constructive spirit, then it would be a matter of what kind of a constructive spirit is he coming with.
Yeah.
But if he's coming with a destructive spirit, then I definitely don't want Makanda.
Yeah.
But then if we're looking at his good spirit and him being a constructive spirit, then I won't mind, kind of thing. But then now, whoever will be chosen as the new name should be a person that is of a good spirit, that is going to be about building up people.
Building a better future
about
for everyone.
building a better future, because we definitely do not want a destructive spirit.
Yes.
We want a constructive spirit.
But I think even if before you do that, I think people should be given a choice. When it comes to such things, people need to be given a choice. At least of 5 names to choose from.
And the history of the people as well.
And the history of the people. Something like that was never done.
Sorry to interrupt you. Guys, he has a really, really good point here. If we all chose a name based on who deserved it the most, and we put it forth, and instead of fighting about it, spoke about it, gave evidence of this is what this person did, this is what this person means to us.
That is the reason that we want him to
instead of someone else, who's not spoken to any of us, decides what the name is. So I think really there needs to be a page launched, or if someone wants to launch this page, please do it, put it on Facebook. Grahamstown, Makanda, or just name change GHD or whatever. But let's get talking to each other, not at each other. Because there's no, and you watch online.
Look what is happening.
And I'm also finding online, do you guys follow the Grahamstown page? Okay. There was someone, I can't remember his name, but a young guy, and he was attacking anyone who was against the name change, and instead of talking, he became so aggressive that I didn't want to talk to him. And then I looked at his profile, and it turns, when you get these instigators that have no friends, no nothing, no mutual friends, no pictures. Those are instigators. I know
those people.
You know what I'm talking about. So I don't know, but the more people I get on the show talking about this, the better. And you know what? I'm looking for people who are pro Grahamstown. I'm looking for people who are pro Makanda, and like you two, who are pro whoever deserves it.
Yeah, exactly.
And to top it off, we need to fix our home first. And not just Grahamstown and potholes.
The Grahamstown is one of the poorest towns.
Yeah.
The township, I'm talking about the township, I'm talking about, if you go to the township, you don't find no ATMs, no shops, no garages, no. In fact, the infrastructure is just totally not there. You know, so I mean, 150 million, as you said, that there's been allocated for this. I think they should have used that 100. I mean, you get people still staying in mud houses in Grahamstown.
I've seen that.
You know,
it makes no sense.
You know, and then every year we host. You know, what is called this festival, arts festival. It brings a lot of money in Grahamstown, but we don't see nothing to the dam. We've got so much. I mean, I've been here for the 10 years. Within this 10 years that I'm here, I've been trying to get the municipality to get involved within the project that we're doing, the King of Europe Foundation, so that people can be aware that there is so much heritage in the township. I put together a route, a route that identifies all these sites basically, you know, Ekazini, Lopengula Homestead, Lopengula Grave. I even found there's a World War II graves there, the people that they don't know, people who were pushed to go to the war and they were buried there, nobody recognizes them, you know. There's so many other heritage, St. Philip's Anglican Church, there's Roman Catholic, St. Peter Clever Catholic Church, so many other heritage that, you know, even...
And the Black Madonna.
Black Madonna, you know, so we've got...
That's the thing. That's the thing. It needs exposure. That's the thing.
So people, I mean, you hear this festival, but you don't see people going to the township. You know? So what is Makanda?
Pardon?
St. Mary.
No. Is it St. Mary's Black Madonna?
I'm not sure. It's not St. Philip's. I'm not sure. Let's not.
We're all bad.
But what I was saying that we have a rich history. You know, we've got a rich heritage. That needs people, you know, to groom that, and you know, people that can live out of that. You know, and name change, spending 150 million. I mean, Grahamstown is a small town. It's got a small town. That 150 million can change the whole, the whole
transform lives. I mean,
because we've got less than 70,000 people. You know?
If like the government is talking about changing a name, how about first, as also Michael mentioned before, first changing people's lives for the better, and then with the change, if there's enough change to change the name automatically changes, and at the same time, the people are the ones that need to choose the ideal name for the town, because it's about the people being satisfied. Because there was no I don't know if there were any surveys done.
You know,
was there any community engagement?
They can take, let's say, have 5 names, and then on top of that, you can have your own name you choose, and then they take those into all households. You know, people can choose whoever. If they don't see anyone within those 5, then they can put their own, you know, preference.
It has
of
to
whatever
be people's
name.
choice.
You know, people's choice. You know, who came up with this idea that the township became named Makanda?
It has to be people's choice.
I've pretty much decided now that we're in between stage between Grahamstown, and whether it stays Grahamstown or whatever, in this in-between stage, I'm going to get into trouble for this, but I need Gotham. I need to call this place Gotham for one day. One day. Gotham. Batman's Gotham.
But another thing, I mean, for us as black people, because of people, Makanda, it's got a negative connotation, because it's like waiting for something that's never come or something. So in Xhosa we say ukuza, which is waiting for something that will never come. So Nile was his name, Makanda Kanile. So people were calling that time Makanda, some of them they call him Nile. So where is Nile? No, so they ukuza Kanile. People were asking, why are you sitting here? No, we're waiting for Nile to
like
come.
an idol kind of a stage,
so
you know?
using that kind of a name,
it's going to slow down the town.
I mean, people are going to be waiting for what? For what? Food parcels. You know, when we have this function Mandela Day, I had so many things that we wanted to tell the people, you know, concern in terms of development. But all people could look at was, we need food parcels. I say, look here guys, we've got projects that can actually uplift the community waiting for handouts. Because these people, they're going to come here, they give you food parcels, and then after that they go back to their homes. You are left here. We're still, in this poverty. It's not going to change. So let's do things that actually going to help us to change. Sustainable. I wanted to introduce, because I'm waiting with another uncle of mine, Uncle John. He owns the backpackers. So we want to.
John David.
So we want to introduce the aquaponics way of farming into the township. He's agreed to that. So I wanted to show, if you go to Fingo where I stay, people have got big yards there. They can change their yards into something profitable, sustainable. So I think that money that money actually they can just use it, to help people, get them started.
There is actually someone who involved in this also besides John, and I don't have his permission to talk about it yet. But there's lots of red. That's all I'm saying. And he's really keen to get started, because I've seen what he does. He gives workshops on how to do this, and easy ways to.
I'll be happy to meet you also, because we've got a plan.
Good. Yeah, I think Grahamstown's Makana, we need to talk to each other.
We need to bring people going. Get people jobs. We need to create jobs. We need to create people are looking for housing, they are in need of housing,
Another question is, what happened with the concept of Makana municipality? I mean, that on its own, is another question mark. So, why don't we be happy with the fact that there is a Makana municipality? And why the sudden want for a change of name by government? Because people were not even demanding a name change. Hence, we weren't even asked as the people to choose. We were just told, that kind of an approach is kind of that's why there's this the spirit of unrest, because people are like, why all of a sudden,
Well, I had to think about it the other day. I know poverty. I've been there. So I know what it's like to go hungry, and that's why I say, and this can be catchphrase, guys: mercy before maps. Mercy. Mercy.
I agree with you. I think that's how you should start.
Okay, so if you want to change your maps, change it after you've been merciful and after people have jobs, when no one's hungry anymore.
Go to Guantanamo. And pay a visit there. People, you dig just not even a few centimeters. There's a bone, because the whole site is a burial site.
Seriously?
Yeah, the whole Guantanamo is a burial site. Not only on top.
I didn't know it was that shallow.
No, so people have been asking us to help them, with the finding, so that they can get proper houses. That place needs to be, you need to destroy all those houses there,
New start.
Start a new
start. But what about the people who live there? Where would they go?
People there are looking for houses. People there,
while they're building?
No. I mean, surely there's people who live there.
We've got extension now. They're building extension 10, 11. We can move people towards that side instead of. I think it's one of the things that actually holding the Grahamstown back. You look at the township. You look at the township. You look at the town itself. The township is so dark. You can even feel that atmosphere when you go towards that. So I think we black people would believe in the spirit of the dead. A lot. Our ancestors is Nyanya. So when the spirits are not happy,
nobody's happy.
Nobody's happy. The town is there. So that's why there is no improvement within the 20 years or the years that of democracy. The place is still the same. There is no change at all.
That's why it's a major concern of what kind of a spirit does Makanda come with. Because then we're going to be adopting that spirit in a way.
Kazini is part of Guantanamo. We had 9 walls there, in that area. So you can imagine how many people who have died there.
Yeah.
Except, I mean, the communities. I mean, during the war, I mean, we had 9 wars there. So, I mean, there's so many dead people that the spirit needs to be appeased first, you know, so that the community can actually,
the cleansing.
The cleansing, you know.
Spiritual cleansing is the right word.
So that's why we need to start with that place. That's why we, Lopengula, who want to do the spiritual cleansing of our ancestors there in Lumuyoho, so that we can, you know,
because
start the change.
A
So
person
we start there.
is like a body, spirit, and a mind.
Yeah.
And those people that died during those wars, their bodies may be dead, but then in terms of their souls and their spirit, if they're not actually released to go beyond the earth, the spirits are actually the ones that are causing the unrest and the poverty as well as that. Because I mean, that's why, as you mentioned before, spiritual cleansing is one of the things that should be a priority, because now we have these dead spirits hovering around because they're not happy, and you know.
I hear you, but at the same time, I've got to look at this from another perspective. Yeah. What if I don't believe in spirits? And I live in Grahamstown. I don't believe in spirits, and money is going to be used to cleanse these spirits that I don't believe in.
Who says money needs to be involved? Because that's a lovely thing about spirituality, is that it does not even need to involve money. It's a matter of faith.
So it's just people getting together
and like
really working it.
I know what you use. For instance,
it doesn't involve money.
For instance, like when we go to Lopengula graves, I mean, if you have impepo, you know, incense, basically, that's what they call impepo. You just burn impepo there.
Yeah.
And then you have the elders talking, you know, having their speeches, and then they will, you know, that will actually.
How do we actually go about doing this? Like,
well, I believe that it needs research first, because I mean.
No, we're talking about Lopengula now.
In general, the spiritual cleansing.
How do we go about doing
I believe the first stage should be to research the ideal spiritual way. Because you don't want to do something that is not going to be successful, first of all. Like, basically, because there are all types of spirituality kind of thing. So, do research first. And on the area as well, you know. A well-informed kind of an approach, even spiritually, a well-informed spiritual approach, you know, and then we take it from there onwards.
I actually think we should set a goal, set a target, and then work with some people and actually do this. You know, if you feel that it's going to work, great, let's do it. If it doesn't work, at least we tried.
No, basically,
if people do it like individually as well, you know, because like spirituality is something that everybody who's spiritually inclined embraces, you know, in their own way, you know. So like on a daily basis, people do it. That's why like some people are more spiritually inclined than others, you know, kind of thing.